This week 3 player props and Stephception episode of the Stephie Smalls Show on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog. Underdog's got a brand new offer for new customers. Play just $5 and get $50 in bonus funds when you sign up with the code SMALLS. Also, check out the SGPN app in your app store for easy access to all of our free picks and props. Let's yap.
Stephie touch balls, betting it all on the power bottom falls top, drop the football. Like hopes they've been teasing, they're missing the fall season. ACL twisted, bank account freezing, but Smalls cut the shots like some more Kareem. Leaderboard rising while the slot machine's ringing. She's slinging player stats like Nostradamus. $100 bills raining down upon us.
I can't believe it's already week 3. If you can tell by my hair, I had a long day, but that's okay. We're starting at 7:30. We get East Coast Smalls tomorrow, which means we're doing the show on Wednesday. Do some early player props, do some Stephception with my friend Sam Wagman. Let's bring him in. Hi, Sam.
Hey. Hi, Steph.
You always look like you're you look like you're in jail right now. Okay, do you feel okay? How you doing?
I feel great. I moved back to my old studio for this show because I can't stand the lighting. I can't stand the lighting in my apartment. So let's talk week 3. This is a great week to week 3.
Your lighting looks great right now.
My lighting is incredible here. I wish I could still live here full time, but unfortunately, things always don't work out that way.
Unfortunately, we have to be a grown adult and we need to not live in our parents' house. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Straight up. It is what it is.
But it's nice to use a free studio. Very nice to use a free studio.
It is nice. Before we get into some player props, do you want to comment on any of the Jalen Hurts throw it? Like this whole, all that Twitter wants to talk about is that Jalen Hurts doesn't throw the ball.
Look, it took like 6 weeks for people to get used to Kellen Moore last year before they stopped hating him. They were ready to fire him after we lost to the Bucs in week 4. I think you need to give Kevin Petula a little bit of a leash here. I mean, come on, we just won the Super Bowl. Like, I know Eagles fans, we're never happy. We're never happy about anything. You know, we have a lot of success, and we want everything to happen. But here's the best part. We have the best defense in the NFL. Doesn't matter whether Jalen throws the ball or not right now because nobody can score on us at this current moment. So as long as that continues to happen, and as long as Saquon continues to look really good running the ball, and as long as Jalen looks as good as he has since 2022, I'm not really concerned whether he can throw the ball downfield because he threw the ball downfield to Devontae Smith and it looked great last week. So that's all I care about. I care about scoring points and winning. Like Jalen Hurts said to Chris Jones, we won the damn game. So everyone can shut their ass up for all I care.
Yeah, I think, and I said it on yesterday's show. It's so weird doing 3 in a row. Why do I keep not being able to pronounce that? Like the word, the R. I don't know why I can't do that tonight. It's been a long time. I think that the Eagles don't need to throw the ball right now. I think that 100%. They're winning games. So if they need to throw the ball, they'll throw the ball, and they're not because they don't. It's kind of where it's at. We'll see.
Exactly. Like this country was built on a phrase that everyone should know. The damn ball. Yeah. This country was built on a
not that I'm hyping up the fucking Eagles.
That everyone needs to follow. That is all that matters. If you run the damn ball, you can win football games. And the Eagles, nobody does that better than the Eagles right now.
All right. Why don't you give me your first prop here? Let's talk about week 3. Couple that I liked, couple I'm waiting to see some lines on. But give me one of your favorite props going into week 3. There's some good games on this slate.
There really are. Shout out all of the sports books for being especially heinous, committing a federal crime by not having more than half of the market is not out, and we are less than 24 hours away from Thursday night football. So great job, guys. You're doing great. I'm gonna start out with my favorite bet of the slate, which is Kyle Pitts. Over.
No, you motherfucker. This is why I don't get to go first. Okay, go ahead. Do the damn thing.
over 36 and a half receiving yards.
Yeah.
Over his longest reception, 17 and a half.
Mhm.
Look, for his receiving yards, they're 2-0. They're 2-0 this year.
Oh, man.
Snuck through the over on the prop in week 1. But Atlanta has a 21% target share to tight ends. Pitts has had 7 first read targets, which is tops in this offense so far through 2 games. And Carolina has given up 6 for 78 to Trey McBride, 2 for 45 to Elijah Higgins, and 4 for 59 to Brenton Strange in 2 weeks. And I think this can kind of be a game where we see these 2 divisional foes really go at each other and score some points in this game. So I think Kyle Pitts has been really involved. So I think, look, he's golfing buddies with Michael Penix. That's got to count for something.
Yeah.
So
we're seeing the golf connection here.
100%. And it's about damn time that the golf connection has to be explored more than the breakfast connection. So Pitts overs. I'm going to ladder him up to 60 at least. And we're going to go with that.
Yeah, no, I mean, you took the words right out of my mouth. I think that Kyle Pitts, and I was going to give out, I don't know if it's moved since you looked into it. I was going to give out over the 38 and a half. I also think there's room for taking a 50 plus alt if you can find it somewhere. I like that. I also even like the anytime touchdown at plus 260, to be completely honest. He's getting a lot of red zone looks. He's getting a lot of third down looks. He's averaging 48 yards per game right now. We've seen what tight ends have done, which is not surprising looking at Carolina's like linebacker room. Like we're not surprised here. It was stinky last year. It's stinky again this year. And I think, there is something about this Penix Pitts thing that is working. And you can see that Penix trusts him, and I like the chemistry there. So I am with you on that. I like Pitts. I was going to say, or Kyle Pitts Sr. Is that what Kyle Pitts Sr. is? I think he goes by Senior now. Everyone's adding a Senior to their name, whatever.
I saw that. Whatever it is. Everyone wants to be distinguished. I want to be distinguished.
I want to be called Stephie Smalls Sr., but
I'm going to be called Samuel Wagman II, even though there is no Samuel Wagman the first.
Well, you could be like my dad and my brother who have the same first and last name, but since they don't have the same middle name, I almost dropped my real last name on the show.
Don't do that.
They don't have the same middle name. They're not senior and junior, which makes no sense to me at all. Okay, so we both like Kyle Pitts. We're in on Kyle Pitts. Find whatever it is that you like on Kyle Pitts, and I think take the over, and you're in a good spot. He will probably find his way into a couple parlays of mine. Love that. We were talking before about run the damn ball. And I know everyone gets mad when I do this, but I think that there is a strategy too. No one knows their team better than themselves. My team fucking sucks at stopping the run. Okay, so we're playing the Chiefs. Everyone wants to say it's a get-right game against, the Chiefs are going to get – I think it's a get-right game for their run game here versus this team. I'm not going to look to Pacheco, but I also wouldn't knock you for doing that. I actually like the Kareem Hunt over 26 and a half rushing yards at minus 120. I think you look at this Giants team, they are giving up a league high 177 and a half rushing yards per game, second most carries per yard, 32nd in the NFL at stopping the run. We've seen, and towards the end of the season, everyone that listens to the show knows that I was kind of getting back in on the Pacheco thing. He's just been inefficient. Do I think that he will maybe get there halfway? Maybe he gets right this game. I also wouldn't knock you for taking his over, but I'm going to go the Kareem Hunt way because I think they also recognize that because he got more carries last week than Isaiah did. So, the Giants run game is just the Giants run game. And I think they're going to rely on it here. And it's just knowing my team, and my team cannot stop the run. So I think taking his anytime touchdown, they're also tied. Giants are also tied for most rushing TDs allowed. So you take a pick. I did sprinkle on Mahomes also to go over his rushing, but that line moved like crazy. So you had to get in it's crazy how fast that moved. I probably bet it at like 12:30 this morning, I suppose. And it's already gone up like several yards. But yeah, Kareem Hunt over 26 and a half rushing yards.
Yeah, I like that. Like there was some tweet I saw this morning that the Giants ranked like 32nd in like 20 different rushing
32nd in NFL
efficiency.
stopping me run just straight up.
Just straight up a really bad running team, getting embarrassed by Javonte Williams, getting embarrassed. I even forget who they played in week 1. I don't even want to think about the Giants. Their defense is just their defense is just so bad. I really like that as well. I mean, I'm a little bit upset and annoyed that it seems like Pacheco and Hunt are splitting rushing work, but I do think both of them will be on the field enough due to the Giants' poor defense, and there's no way Russ can sustain that against an actually good passing defense. The Cowboys are just a terrible passing defense, so there's no way the Chiefs are off the field as much as they were in previous weeks. Well, yeah, we will see. On to my next bet. Yeah,
let me know. Let's hear it. I can't believe you took
my next bet.
I'm so pissed off on that. All right,
I might take another one right here because I know how much you love Tony Pollard. Over 70 and a half rushing
go that
yards.
way, but I looked at it. I did look at it.
Over 70 and a half rushing yards gets a nice matchup this week. I mean, look, everyone's kind of glossed over the fact that he has been receiving all of the volume with Tyjae Spears out and still supposed to be out for another 2 to 3 weeks off of his high ankle sprain. And they've kind of just been overlooking the fact that he's had like 18 plus touches both weeks and is just being given all the volume in the world while they get Cam Young up to speed. Well, now you get a matchup against the Colts, who, while on paper, it doesn't really seem like they're allowing
Cam Young? Did he just say Cam Young?
I definitely said
you
Cam
just said Cam Young. This is like golf and football. Okay, we talked. Listen, we're on a football show, Sam. Can't be talking Cam Young.
Ward.
That's crazy. You have that is a psychological. I'm calling you need a therapist. That's crazy. Okay, go ahead.
Cam Ward. While Cam Ward. I almost said it again. While Cam Ward gets up to speed, there's something so desperately wrong with me. While Cam Ward gets up to speed, they're allowing 5 yards a carry on the ground to running backs, and they've played Devon Achane and RJ Harvey and J.K. Dobbins the last 2 weeks. You're allowing 5 yards a carry to that. Well, Tony Pollard comes to town. Tony Pollard's actually really good, and Tony Pollard's really good against light boxes.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be good against light boxes, but Pollard's been one of the best against light boxes in previous years. Over the last couple of years, he ranks in the top 10 in the NFL among running backs against light boxes, and the Colts are giving up the fifth most light boxes in the NFL, only stack the box 16% of the time. And given the fact that he has 62 and 90 rushing yards in both his games this week, I think that it's a clear shot for the Titans to bounce back here in what should be a tight divisional matchup against the Colts. And I do think that the Titans win this game.
Really?
I have another prop to share later. I do have another prop to share later on this game.
Okay.
And I think Tony Pollard goes over his rushing total.
Okay. I like it. Before we get into my next one, I want to talk through with you, which might be a hard conversation. We're brought to you by mybookie.ag. MyBookie is your place to bet on football and everything else. Their prop builder is second to none. Their motto is bet on anything, anywhere, anytime. Absolutely love that. Easy deposit and lightning fast payouts using crypto. Head to mybookie.ag. Promo code SMALLS for a 100% bet back bonus up to $500 for new customers. That's mybookie.ag. Promo code SMALLS. We're also brought to you by Novig. Novig is America's #1 sports prediction market. Since Novig is an exchange, you're getting some of the best prices in the market. Novig is available in 35 plus states. Download the Novig app and get $50 when you spend $5 if you use our promo code SGPN. Get in on the action with Novig, promo code SGPN. Okay. So we have a matchup here between the Dallas Cowgirls, girly pops, whatever you want to call them, Cowboys, and the Bears. Both of these defenses are interesting. Interesting to say the least. I mean, we just saw what Russell Wilson did and how he looked versus a team that it should not have gone that direction, right? So we'll give them a little bit of grace here. Chicago just lost their all-pro cornerback. I think it's for the season. The last thing that I saw, it was trending that direction.
It's a while.
We have to bet. I don't like doing this. I cannot believe I'm doing. We have to bet something on Dak Prescott. I don't know what it is though. So his yards are set at 264.5.
Okay.
Passing TDs, you could do the over 1.5. It's like minus 140. His passing completions are at 23.5. I looked at his longest completion, but it was already up to like 37.5, which is like, I'd rather just go and take CDs. If you want to do it, just go to CDs and take that. Where do we go with this? Like Jared Goff last week, 330 plus yards. We saw JJ McCarthy basically get all of his yards in one quarter. So what can someone like Dak, who is he's a competent quarterback in this league against the Chicago defense?
I wanted to take a look at the completions for Dak. Unfortunately, they're not up. Yeah. Simply.
I see 23.5.
Okay. I was looking at DraftKings earlier. I didn't get a chance to look anywhere else. But I did take an alt on CeeDee over 99.5 to get to 100 plus at 165 over at Hard Rock. I mean, he's over 100 yards in each of his last 7 games. And obviously, like we just said, the Bears got crushed by Amon-Ra and JMO, and they run so much man coverage. I don't know why they're still running man coverage with 2 of their top cornerbacks down, and now Jalen Johnson out, for the extended period of time. But they did, and Jared Goff just lit them up. CeeDee Lamb is the highest target share in the NFL against man coverage. We're bordering on 37%. He's putting up historically like elite like per target numbers against man coverage this season. Did really good against the Eagles in week 1. Did really good last week against the Giants.
Indeed.
I mean, this is the highest over under of the week. I think you can bet a lot of passing overs on this game. I'm probably going to hop on that Dak over 23.5 completions without a lot of hesitation. I just think he's going to throw the ball. I don't think they might run the ball a little bit, but I think everything has shown us that they want to throw the ball. They threw the ball really well against the Eagles in week 1.
They don't have much of a fucking option.
And their offensive line happens to be a much better pass blocking line than it is a run blocking line so far. So I think taking overs on Dak is a really good play.
Yeah.
He might be too efficient to get to his passing attempts line, but I think the completions line, I could certainly see him putting up like a 24 for 30 type stat line. Yeah. I could see the longest completion again. I think that's been hit in both weeks so far against the Bears defense. Mm-hmm. If I remember correctly, I think Jalen Naylor had like a 40-yard catch against.
He did. And we had his over 16.5. If you listen to,
we did. So I think that's those are both plays that you can go to. I would probably look to dial in on a receiver, and it would probably be CeeDee.
Yeah, I think George Pickens too could have some success. I know he's getting frustrated during the Giants game there, but
he does.
As he does. Again,
he didn't try and fight anyone in that game.
That's good.
Positive baby steps. Did he try to body slam someone? I didn't see.
With Pickens, if they give us maybe a Turpin longest, I'd look at that. I mean, FanDuel is opening CD at his receiving yards at 81.5. So you can imagine how they think this game is going to go. Yeah. I'll probably go right to the 30 plus for CD as far as his long reception. I probably won't even take whatever the over is. What's another prop that you are looking at? I think I have one more after this to discuss.
Yeah, I'm going right back to the Jaxon Smith-Njigba well this week. This is a pretty easy one for me. Over 69.5.
This guy, dude. Nice. Did you just say that? I was just trying to pull up his 100 plus. Go ahead. Just take it away, dude. Which means we're losing all of these, so do not tail them.
I mean, usually when we're aligned, we do pretty well.
You're right. You are right.
But we were pretty aligned. We were pretty aligned this past week, and I think we both cleaned up.
We both did good. Yes, you are right.
So I mean, like, how can I not? If you keep giving me JSN lines under 70, I'm just going to keep taking them against defenses that play a lot of zone coverage, because there is no one better at beating zone coverage than JSN right now. Like, just keeps doing it. Another like 80+ yard game against zone coverage last week after I called it out.
Sammy's had 100+ receiving yards
against zone. Against zone. Yes. against zone. Just completely dominating zone coverage. And the Saints are running a ton of zone coverage through 2 games. So, like, and also something I found that was really interesting, the left side wide receivers have eaten against the Saints in both weeks.
Okay.
Jennings went 5 for 89, and Marvin Harrison went 5 for 71. So just sign me up for JSN to do the exact same thing. Lines up on the left side more than half the time, and he's gonna do it again. Like, this is a no-brainer.
Yeah, I just went and looked, and it's so funny. They locked JSN's 100+ right when I clicked it.
Interesting.
Did they lock the 125? Because listen, I'll get down with it. I absolutely love it. Before we get into, do you have one more that you want to stick in before we move on?
Yes, I do. It's for tomorrow night.
Okay.
So I'm gonna give out tomorrow night, because I think everyone's just overreacting to Josh Allen having a broken nose, whether he has one or not.
Are people overreacting to that?
Apparently, they moved his line down from 32 this morning to 25.
I think people are underreacting to the fact that Miami is not, that their defense is not good. And I think they're often showed a little bit of glimmer. And for some reason, we are not looking at the big picture here. And that is the Bills are dominant. And it's not I don't think that this is going to go.
Have you seen their schedule? I have
seen their schedule.
They're like not going to lose a game.
Mm-hmm. Have you seen the Chargers schedule too? These are some teams that we need to pay a little bit of attention to. I'm just saying, everyone.
I took the Chargers to win the Super Bowl 2 weeks ago at 20-1, and it's starting to be very, very happy that I did that. I think, back to Allen real quick. It was over 32.5 this morning when I originally took it. And then I took a shower and got out, and the line was at 24.5. I
believe it.
And all of a sudden, everyone was just freaking out. So I've taken it twice since then. It's currently gotten back up to 28.5. So got a nice buyback window on there. I mean, the guy's running 10 times a game. You really think a nose is going to slow this guy down? Nah, not against Miami.
I actually like him first touchdown. As you are speaking, I think I like him first touchdown. Let's talk some Stephception. Before we do that, Underdog is a great place to play Pick'em, where you can win up to 500x your entry. Simply pick higher on lower or higher on your favorite player stats, available for a ton of sports. If you're like Sam, you can, they have golf sometimes. We could talk about Cammy Up, but we're going to talk about the NFL right now. Pick'em entry we hit on Monday night. I think it's because of the 3 legs thing. So we're going to do it again. Dawson Knox higher, 9.5 longest reception. Devon higher, 3.5 receptions. And James Cook higher, 14.5 longest rush. That's going to get you 3.9x. Underdog's got a brand new offer for new customers. Play just $5 and get $50 in bonus funds when you sign up with code SMALLS. Rhythm is off to a great start in college football. Rhythm has introduced a leaderboard with weekly cash prizes just for tracking your bets in the app. Track 5 bets of the same type from any model you build, and you could win $1,000. And guess what? I'm going to give you a college bet. Again, CSU plus 4.5 at home, minus 110. One of their Smart Signal bets. Did my brother graduate from CSU and play on the lacrosse team? And is that partially why? Maybe. But you know what? Rhythm told me it's a good idea, so we're going to do it, is what we're going to do. I should have looked what they thought about Arizona, because me and Sam are big Fifi guys and girls. I'm a girl. Use promo code SGPN25 when you download the Rhythm app for 25% off your first month. Download Rhythm and use promo code SGPN25. I still think I'm in on Fifi this week.
I love the rhythm robots. So if the rhythm robots tell me to bet Fifi,
I don't know.
I'd
have to look. Maybe I'd have to have producer Ryan look for me. If they like University of Arizona, bear it down. Probably going up against like their first real football team, but we don't have to watch it late at night, and that is fun.
Yeah. Our two worlds colliding. We were all in on Rocco Beck in Iowa State 3 weeks ago when we were in Vegas. And now
I've already named children after Rocco, so it gets weird.
I believe you were naming one of your eggs Rocco, right?
Yeah, left one. Yeah, it's a whole thing. Let's do Stephception, letting you in on it. You like the longest receptions just like I do. What is the first? Not that I should let you go first, but I will because you're a guest of the show. Where are you at? Give me a longest reception bet.
So I told you this morning that I found a Lad McConkey bet that I really like.
Oh, there it is.
And who do these books think they are? Hanging 20.5 for Lad McConkey.
Come on.
20.5 all day. All day. I don't care that it's 1-1 this season. I don't care that he was 1-1 against Denver last year. And I don't care that he's been slower against man coverage this season so far because the Broncos are one of the worst teams in the NFL against man coverage so far. They may not have Pat Surtain for this game, got banged up last week. And teams have honestly kind of been throwing all over Denver. We would have been sitting here talking about fading Jonathan Taylor if he hadn't rushed for a 75-yard rush on one of his rushes against Denver last week. So I'm firing it up. I think Lad's just been getting disrespected. People think Quentin Johnston is a better receiver than him. I think Lad's going to tell the world that he's back in this game here. Okay. He's going to have a couple 20+ chunks. And for anyone that's worried about the biceps injury that was just announced about an hour ago, did not practice with a biceps injury, it's Wednesday. Lad McConkey's body is like basically broken.
We don't call him the Lad Daddy for no reason. Okay.
Yeah. The guy, it's a vet rest day.
Yeah. I did just notice that Keenan Allen's is 18.5. We've hit his longest reception on this show 2 straight weeks. Let's do it again for a third. You mentioned Jonathan Taylor. I like his longest rush over 13. Why is it 13.5? What we're doing here? -125. Yeah. A longest of 15 against Miami, a longest of 68 last week. Let it roll against the Titans. I'm all in on that. As far as longest receptions go, Bijan, 12.5 -105. 12 and 50 are his two, but he's just been electric in the receiving game. I think that Penix, is also relying on him as an option. So I'm there at the 12.5 for Mr. Bijan. What's another one you like?
I really like that. I'm gonna, it's pretty easy for me to say Ilike Ominor over 16.5. I'm just saying that we both love it. I'm not even, I figured it went, without saying that we were both going to take it. I'm actually going to take Jalen Warren's longest reception over 11.5 in this game against the Patriots, who have allowed a running back to go over this number in both games against them. Obviously, we saw that huge 65-yarder from Warren, and he's kind of been on fire when it comes to receiving. Aaron Rodgers is perfectly content to dump the ball off to him since he moves with the grace of a 60-year-old man who just hasn't walked in a long time. So, give me that all day against a Patriots defense that loves to be aggressive behind Mike Vrabel. And I think this is another one that really should just smash here.
I don't know what my problem is with Warren, but he does say his best friend's there, Rodgers. So I'm there. I'm gonna give out something.
Is that a flex? Oh, I don't know if I would like that.
Oh, he was like
best friends.
Have you not seen that? You have to see that.
Podium. I don't think I've seen that.
I talked about it on the show. It's very, very. It was a bizarre moment. So the fantasy community does this thing where they like to overreact. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but they do that. And right now, one thing we call it S&Ping, shitting and pissing here on the show. We're shitting and pissing about rookie RBs. I am not. So guess what? TreVeyon Henderson, longest reception, over 7.5, minus 105. He's gone over both weeks, regardless of the drama and all of this. If they had just given the ball to Henderson instead, we'd be having different conversations today. Yep. It's that you saw the Stevenson play, very different. TreVeyon, what is this? Receiving yard, longest, 13 and 15. 7.5 is disrespectful. I think he can get over that. We knew he was going to be involved in the receiving game. I think we see that here. I kind of like the Pats to cover this week. We'll see. I don't know if I'm going to get there, but I'm about there as far as the Pats go.
Yeah, I do like it. Someone gave this out in the Football Guys Discord this morning. I honestly completely glossed over it. I liked his receiving yards as well. Just didn't even think to look at the longest reception. Now it's up to 10.5. You missed the good number. It's juiced.
I still like the 10.5. Take it.
It's going to be an 11. It'll be an 11.5 soon. It's minus 130 at this point. So yeah, it's a little bit expensive for me, but I would be all over it. I don't know what Vrabel's problem. Well, actually, I know what the problem is. It's Josh McDaniels and Mike Vrabel. They're old guys. They like their vets. It's going to take a little while.
Until Stevenson fumbles, and then watch how quickly you go back to this. I promise you.
Guy will be sent into the shadow realm on his first fumble, and I'm sure that's coming soon because he put the ball on the ground like 10 times last year. So really like that. Another one I looked at, Tetairoa and McMillan. And this is kind of just an easy one.
Yeah,
this is just an easy one.
It's auto right now. Him and a Humanor are going to be auto until the books catch up.
Yeah, not even to mention AJ Terrell week to week. That was like the biggest obstacle right there.
Yeah.
I know that Atlanta's passing defense has been solid, but I'm just not that worried right now. All we need is Bryce Young to be able to stay upright, and he will hit Ted McMillan for a big chunk play. I'm kind of curious to see what happens with the Carolina passing game. Did you see the stat that Carolina has 2 pass catchers in the top 5 of end zone targets, and neither of them are Ted McMillan? It's Hunter Renfrow and Xavier Legette. Like what is Hunter Renfrow doing on my television screen in 2025?
When I kept seeing it, I was like, is this like, I had one high noon. Why is Hunter Renfrow scoring? Is that a real notification? I still like T-Mac 21 and 40 longest. Regardless, I think that Bryce is like starting to trust him to the point where like he's just going to eat the ball. He's realizing that T-Mac is a different type of talent. And when you have that type of talent, you can eat the ball up a little bit. So it's going to be some of those like, fuck it, T-Mac's down there somewhere. So I think getting over that, not asking for too much. I only have 2 more. I'll mention this one. Juwan Johnson, his receptions are not out, so I did not give that out. If that ends up being one of my best bets, it might be, but they're not there. He's had 20 targets through 2 weeks. So if you can find a reception number, I don't care what you find it at. I'm probably taking the over here. Rat Dog loves him. His longest reception is 16.5 again. Minus 120. I'm fine with it. Week 1, longest was 21. Week 2, 19. Went over both times. I think, again, the books are like, this is the Saints. It's Juwan Johnson. Just put it back at 16.5. You know what? Spencer, and the thing is, too, with Kelmore, and you know this, they're going to get the plays in. Like, they're going to get plays in. So even if it doesn't go well, they're going to do it again, and they're going to do it again. And eventually we'll get over this number. And then I think we agree on the JSN. So it's 23.5 longest, 40 and 43. Why the fuck is this number here? You know? So I think that might be my favorite this week.
Yeah, I'm looking. I'm waiting for a Lamar longest rush to pop. I gotta bet it. I have to bet it somewhere else because Hard Rock doesn't offer it. I don't see it on DK right now, but I'm looking for that. If that pops, you know, maybe in like the 13 to 14.5 range. I think Christian McCaffrey over 15.5 is another really good look there against the Cardinals.
Doomsday is another one I looked at there, 23.5. Again,
that's
another
a good
guy.
one.
Chemistry is picking up.
Let me see. Is there any other one I looked at that I liked?
Malik Neighbors, you know, the usual. Nothing crazy here.
Do you like Tyrod Taylor at all?
I do.
Because Garrett Wilson over 22.5 against the Buccaneers secondary. after what we saw the other night.
Maybe you're right. Yeah, it might be worth the look. Do you like any interceptions? I only have one this week.
I do.
I'm gonna go
I have
first
3.
I'm not letting you do this.
Okay.
You're not gonna have this one, so it's fine. Baker, he's tied for the most turnover worthy plays this year. I've watched it with my own eyes. I don't care that it's minus 30. I don't care that he has had 0 turnovers. I've watched it in every game. I mean, they're on a short week. I'm telling you, it's time. He's throwing an interception this week.
Yeah, I think that's a really good look. Stroud, when his number pops, is going to be a really good look. He had like 3 that were dropped. In that game. I'm taking Daniel Jones to throw an interception every week until he does.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Like plus money again. Like why are we doing this? Why are we still doing this? Titans picked off Bo Nix a few weeks ago twice. I just think at some point, like whatever voodoo magic Shane Steichen has employed to run a cohesive offense is going to run out because Daniel Jones just does dumb shit, more often than he should.
Honestly, it's a lot of first read stuff, almost all of it, because Anand was up sending me fucking Daniel Jones film at 6:03. It was the first, I'm not kidding you, first clip of film that I got from Anand this morning, which I don't want to see it. Why are you sending me this? 6:03 a.m. Fine God, that's too early for me to be watching tape. I appreciate it. Tell people where they can find you. We're going to get out of here. I will be back on Monday. I will get triple D's out. I know we didn't do them on the show. We will both get our triple D's out. I will post that on to X, Twitter, whatever you call it. Producer Ryan and I will finalize our picks. I will also put those up like I did last week, but let the people know where they can find you on Twitter and we will get out of here.
Absolutely. You guys can find me on Twitter at Swagman95, yapping and yelling about everything fantasy, football, sports betting.
Talking about Cam Young.
For football guys. Yeah, talking about Cam Young, though. I will not mention Cam Young until the Ryder Cup in a couple of weeks, thankfully. So, though, I can't believe there's something wrong with me. Yeah, there's something so seriously wrong with me. Cam Young, a lot of points going to be scored for the Ryder Cup and for the Titans, apparently.
Okay.
Get me out of here. Get me out of here.
All right. I will see you guys on Monday. Let's go Giants.
Stephie Smalls Show, sports gambling. Play some bets on winners and catastrophe. If you want to know where to put the money, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday is the place to be.